Good morning. Good morning.
And finally, new rule, nothing with crypto in the title ever turns out good.
Don't write me about Bitcoin, please. I don't give a f***. Don't ask me.
Bitcoin happens to use a lot of energy. It happens to promote anonymous transactions.
Bitcoin is not a currency.
Not bullish on Bitcoin.
You, John McAfee, believe in the power of Bitcoin. So much so that you'll put your on the table, chop it up, put it in your mouth, swallow.
If it doesn't reach at least $1 million.
99.999% of the people that own Bitcoin are f***ing morons. That's just it.
What's it feel like to be a Bitcoin?
I don't have any Bitcoin.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the GM show. Welcome, one and all. Yes, to the Wednesday edition.
Good morning.
What are you doing this morning? Good morning.
Hump day. Happy hump day.
Yes, happy
Wednesday.
hump day, everybody. I think the chat has disappeared because I don't think anybody knows when we actually go live anymore. And they all like show up just sometime in the next like 15, 20 minutes. They just like
Telling you, we should just make it 8 o'clock because we're
we've
pretty
kinda
much
pushed
on
them there.
time to that.
But then
half
if we
an hour
start, if
later.
we do 8 o'clock, are we going to start and pushing and then becoming 8:30 all of a sudden?
No, you and I get on at 7:30. And we're talking my time, mountain time.
Yeah.
7:30, we get on. Because every time we get on like 7:25, 7:30, and then we chit chat for too long.
The key is
and
we
then
have
start
to
the show.
we have to keep getting on at 7:20 or 7:30 and not
Right.
at like all of a sudden 7:50, because then the show will
Right.
be at then 8:10, 8:15,
Yeah,
8:20.
exactly. Yeah.
That's the hard part. So we'll see what happens with that. gmdefi.xyz is our website. Go check it out. Look at the tools section. It's the fanciest place on the website right now. And check out the kimono all-in-one indicator. This is trading view indicator that shows you the 4 key parts of the market: trend, momentum, volatility, volume. Got a bunch of built-in indicators, and it's free. Just hit us up with your TradingView username. Super easy, and we will give it to you. You can also watch the technical analysis portion of the show and see this TradingView indicator in action. So yeah, it's like you get a little preview and lesson every day in how to use this indicator. So yes, that's it. Do it. We have only a couple of headlines this morning. It's kind of a slow news day, but is the Ethereum merge in trouble? Is it in trouble?
What?
Developers are finding bugs ahead of the planned update. I guess really the question is the Ethereum merge in trouble, or is this headline just in trouble? But I guess Ethereum released a hot fix to patch the bug, advised those who updated to roll back and rerun. So, I mean, there's been bugs, but I think that it sounds like, they're saying like it's not free from hiccups. However, Ethereum developers are quick to respond to the issues that arise. I feel like we're more of a headline checking service. Like we're like the fact checkers of crypto. We read these headlines and we go, this was a clickbait headline. Okay.
Clickbaity.
But yeah, it
Just
sounds
spread the ETH FUD.
exactly. It's just a FUD headline.
See, the thing is like if there's not ETH FUD, then that means ETH can't go down in the 3 digits, which means I can't buy more ETH.
People can't accumulate for cheap. Whales can't get it for cheap before the merge.
So we need the FUD. We need the FUD so the market makers can have an excuse, because they can't just bring it down by themselves, right? They have to have an excuse on why the number goes down. And so they need
who better than Cointelegraph? They're
very reputable
epitome of the people you would go to help you FUD ETH down. So Yes, it sounds like there's been little bugs and they're being patched. I mean, this just seems totally normal to me leading up to something like this. I mean, it's like in the Web 2 days when you're leading up to launching a new site or whatever, there's just like shitloads of bugs. And then when you launch it, there's shitloads more bugs. So yeah, bugs are part of the process of creating tech stuff. So get used to it, everybody. Who knows what kind of bugs will come when they merge. I did hear.
I was just about to say, wait till it actually happens. Yeah.
Yeah, no joke. I did hear a ETH engineer on a Twitter Spaces the other day, and people were asking about like, will there be the chances of like essentially the blockchains forking and there being like rogue chains and stuff like that, and he pretty much said like, yeah, someone could fork it and create their own like version of it, but no one's like, it's not going to get anywhere because no one's going to back it, which makes sense to me. And they were also saying like, yeah, you could technically try to, sell like an NFT copy of an NFT on the proof of work chain instead of the proof of stake chain. But what would be the point in all that? So yeah, I think it'll be okay. I think the merge will be okay.
I think just like die-hard Ethereum miners are gonna be constantly being like, let's go back to the work.
Yeah,
they're the only ones banging that drum.
Yeah, they're probably not so happy.
Keep the work token alive.
Keep the money machine printing.
Yeah.
Telegram CEO has proposed auctioning usernames and links as NFTs. Inspired by the $3 million TON domain sale, he wants to add a little bit of Web3 to Telegram. So it sounds like maybe usernames and channel links could end up being NFTs. Yeah, I could see why you would do this. I mean, NFTs are just a great way to token things and gate things. So you could use these as maybe ways to even log in. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like, we have Ethereum name service, right? You can get your ETH domain essentially as a NFT. And I think he's thinking like, what if people got their username as an NFT, and he's seeing dollar signs in his eyes as he's thinking about that. And because then you could have people could sell their usernames, and he's seeing money signs. He's like, we could take 2% of the sale. So yeah, I could see why you would want to do this. It's going to be interesting though to see how platforms perhaps start tokenizing parts of their existing services or whatever, like a Web 2 platform all of a sudden making it so you can buy and sell usernames. I mean that'd be interesting on Instagram.
I'm so surprised Discord hasn't like gone hard into it.
Yeah, like, that's true. Right.
Discord is like, because it's like the home for all these communities. They could be easily putting in a lot of integrations.
I think a lot of these services could be. I mean, Twitter Blue is just like a really dip your toes barely into putting blockchain stuff in your app. I mean, and they don't even support. They only support like 2 or 3 wallets. It's pretty limited even there. So yeah, there's definitely a long way for the merge of Web 2 and Web 3 as far as getting the big players on. I think really Facebook seems to be actually maybe one of the ones doing the most here, where they're actually testing out live having NFT galleries on people's Instagram pages and integrating it into Facebook. So I think Facebook is definitely sees that there will be value in adding blockchain technology into their offering. But I think all these companies are slow and methodical because they're big companies. So that's how it goes. Let's see. I'm just going to read this because it's a slow effing news day. I guess Kobe donated $100,000 to a YouTuber being sued by BitBoy. I wish this was us. But it's not. Sadly, we're not being sued by BitBoy, and Kobe did not give us $100,000. But I guess a YouTuber called Atozy is being sued by BitBoy. I didn't know about this. Maybe this was also why BitBoy was trending the other day. You know, I just see him trending and I just roll my eyes and just keep scrolling mostly. I don't really care.
What's the lawsuit going after him for? What did he
That's what
do?
I was wondering. So I guess he's being sued by Ben Armstrong over a video he made in November 2021 where he claimed that BitBoy scammed his followers. This video must be like a viral video or something for him to want to file a lawsuit. In the
wow.
lawsuit, Armstrong claims the video damaged his reputation and that he's been suffering emotional damages. Oh man, he is really trying to milk it. He's trying to milk it. Is this how he's getting?
BitBoy be emotional? That's weird.
He's
I don't
suffering
wanna think of
emotional
that guy
damage
being
from this video. Oof. I mean, what kind of emotional damage? Like, did he just
emotional
get like go
damage.
into a fit of rage, or I'm not sure. Anyway, I guess if we claimed BitBoy was a scammer, maybe he would sue us too, and we could get some of that.
I don't think you and I want to deal with a lawsuit.
No, I don't.
I think we're
no,
kind of
actually don't, not at all. No.
Yeah, I don't think we really want to.
So yeah. Anyway, Kobe gave him 100K. That's cool. Nice. I like Kobe. Okay, cool. Well, that does it for the news segment. Let's go check out the
And
charts.
that's that. The news is done.
Short news segment today.
All right, let's check it out. Let's go. We're on. We'll stay on Ethereum. I'm looking at Ethereum. We're gonna start with it. All right. Let's pull back. Let's go to the daily and see what's kind of happening here. We're still down stuck in this range. However, I was saying the range, like this was the top of the range yesterday, and we actually closed the daily candle above it. All right. So I'm kind of thinking, right, and we came down, we already wicked down the bottom to the open of the daily. And if you notice something about the daily candles, right, they always they swoop down, they claim the bottom and the tops of the previous day. That's usually what happens. You know, like let's just go back and see here. So like let's just pick a section. We'll start here. All right, so I mean, obviously you have this green vector candle. We didn't get a whole claim on that one. That candle's just too massive. But this candle, right? Claimed it. This candle, claimed it. This candle over here, claimed it. Wick down to it, got it. This candle, claimed it. This candle, claimed it. This candle, claimed it. So you get the idea. The daily likes to always kind of go down, claim the bottoms of the previous day and the tops, and just depending on the momentum that we're in, the trend that we're in, it's just going to be closing down below or it's going to be closing high, right? So today, right, we're starting off. I mean, it obviously half the day is already. I mean, we only got almost 10 hours left for this candle, so we could still see it close up here. But you know, it's like, and I do get a little bit more bullish. I mean, we have VWAP coming here on a daily. We still have a green money flow on the daily. It's just a matter of will we be able to hold on to staying above these levels here? I'm expecting, let's go down to lower time frames, and I have other levels marked off here in the red lines here. So I'm expecting, right, we're trending up, we're getting higher lows, higher highs. We're having a hard time getting above this level of resistance. These levels of resistance, we're having a hard time. We're back down into the range, back below, down below resistance here on the 4 hour. These levels up here are levels that I had marked that said, okay, I think we have a chance to come up to these levels. Level 1 has been marked, right? We've already reached it. We got a rejection. Tried to come up and maybe get higher highs. Maybe we still do. But as of now, it's failing. And I'm thinking we could come up to this level here. Why these levels? Well, one, We have the moving average. Right? These are some supports and resistances that I took, and also we have moving averages. 50 moving averages up here, 200 moving average here, 50 average. It's getting really coming into the 200. If the 50 crosses that 200, that is a big bear sign that we are going to lower lows here. So I'm really kind of waiting to see what happens up here. I mean, are we only going to be challenging the 200? Are we going to challenge the 50 EMA? Those are the questions I'm asking myself as I'm looking to get into a potential short here. Because we really have, I mean, I thought maybe we would get a nice like spike or a candle or something just to get up into this level. 1800-ish or high 17s here. I thought we would be able to get up there, but I'm starting to think that we could just be running out of steam down here, and we could just be getting lower. But right, just give it time, and we'll see. Because I mean, these other levels of resistance up here that I'm expecting us to kind of get, I don't know if we're going to get up here. I'm getting less and less hopeful about that one. On the daily, yeah, we're still on this giant red wave. Yeah, the money flow's coming up, but we could still be in for more dumpage here. Weekly, how is weekly looking? See, weekly is looking like, guys, this pump is dead. Why is it saying that? It hasn't printed that. What a little weird fib here. Not hasn't printed that, right? The kimono wave hasn't said, all right, we're going down. We're going down. Hasn't said that yet, but it's giving us signs, right, that it's going to be doing that. One, we have the trend bar up here, and that's telling us it's red. It's a red trend, so we should be looking for shorts. Here, VWAP is pointing down. RSI pointing down. Wave could be caressing here. So it's looking like we could be done, right? This pump was nice, but this week here, I mean, that engulfing candle here, I mean, oof. I usually call it engulfing candle if it does 3 candles. So this one's kind of a little stretch for me to call it engulfing, but still 2 candles pretty good. 2 candles, I'd call it engulfing, sure. Especially on the weekly. Yeah. Okay. I call it. So let's see if we can get this week is like nice, right? Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy still trying to hang on here for this week. And it's hump day. So it's like, what do you think the chances are here? What's the chances of this week, right? Coming up and reclaiming this candle and we're popping up. What's the chances of that? Probably pretty low versus the chances of money of just candle coming up.
50 bet, yeah.
Just coming back, and we just keep seeing this weekly trend go down. Because on the weekly here, I mean, yeah, it looks like we go for lower lows. Now given, right, where's September, like 15th area? So this is the 12th of September. So this week, right here, this zone right here, this is where we're gonna see the merge. So I'm wondering if we kind of get a dip. Maybe we hit
the merge.
Right, we hit some support, and then we get a pop on the merge. Or maybe all those bugs happen, and it just the bugs.
Oh boy, the bugs. It's like Y2K all over again. Feeling Y2K vibes.
I wonder how many of our viewers are old enough to even remember Y2K. Were you guys alive?
Don't make me feel old. I mean, if our viewers are that young, then wow,
bro,
I'm out of touch.
bro, you would be
Yeah,
you'd be
they're probably
22 years old if you
they're
were
probably all
born.
15.
If you
Our
were
viewers are
born,
probably all 15.
yeah, they don't know what Y2K is. So, anyways, look, Google it. It was a good time. I think if someone's made a YouTube series on it, I'm sure. Go
Oh
watch
yeah,
it.
dude. Yeah, has anyone made like a Y2K hysteria documentary? That's funny. Like just
Dude,
like all the people that were stocking up, preparing
well,
for
I
the apocalypse.
remember when at midnight, right? Y2K, they were like, "Oh, the power's gonna go out and everything,"
Remember that? Yeah,
and
people were nervous. The
at
power was gonna go out, right?
at midnight, um, right? They I forget who did it, but
Somebody
anyways, family member
messed with some
went.
like turned off the power.
Yeah, went to the breaker box and right at midnight turned everything off. And
Funny.
so like I was freaking out. I was
It's
like,
hilarious.
"Holy shit. It happened. It happened. Y2K freaking happened. Turn the power." And I remember looking outside. I'm like, "Why is that neighbor's lights on? Why is that neighbor's
That is
Christmas
so
lights are on?"
funny.
And all this stuff. And they're like, "Oh, they had backup generators. They were all prepared and stuff." And I'm just like, "We weren't
So funny.
prepared. What are we doing?" It was funny. It was funny.
Oh my
I
gosh.
was
Yeah.
only 12 years
Y2K
old,
was a
so
good time. Yeah. Yeah. It was a good time. I remember the tension was
anyway,
high. I was excited
yeah.
too. Yeah. I was stoked. I was like, yes, something's happening. That's all I felt like when I was that age.
When you're young like that, you kind of like,
You just
dude,
want
how
doom.
fucking morbid is that? You wanted kind of doom. You're like, cool. You get excited for tornadoes and natural disasters and
Oh,
wars. Like you
that's
get like just like kind of
that's
pumped,
probably
just like
I don't
something's
know. I
going to
wonder if
happen.
that's a uniquely like Western kind of cultural phenomenon because things are just kind of like
So
a little
fucking
too
lame
cushy
here.
here.
Too
Like,
easy here.
yeah, so
It's like
it's
the only
like
complaints we
yeah,
got
yeah,
is like
like
how
oh,
far we got to
excitement,
walk to
hard,
school
some
or what
kind
we
of
had for lunch or something. And
potential hardship gets you excited. Oh boy, we're in a weird place.
then you're an adult and all that kind of disappears.
Yeah,
Anyways, all
I
right.
still
We're
like to
not
go
this is
outside
not this
during
show. That's not
tornadoes.
this show.
Can we just
I
pull up
was
the
putting
weather map? Can we just pull up a weather map and start looking at what the weather's going to be like today across the country?
right. I wanted to pull this up
There.
because I mentioned this on Twitter. This is more so on Bitcoin, but Ethereum here, right? Okay, so we had this trend that we broke, right? We broke this on Friday, I think it was. The breakdown that I missed generational wealth on because anyways,
Mhm.
I don't want to talk about it. That I thought I was in the order here. I thought I had that short, but the order I didn't actually fill it because it's a human error. Anyway, the trend breaks a trend, or yeah, when the trend breaks a trend, when it breaks a trend like this, a lot of times you expect price to come up and like just challenge the trend again, um, and then bounce back down from that. And so I was in my plan. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm really waiting for. But at the same time, I'm not seeing the moving averages. Like I'm not finding a lot of confluences there, right? There's not like moving averages up there that I'm expecting price to come challenge. There's not um yeah, it's kind of a dead zone. Like just here on a daily, right? All we did is come up, attempt the 200 challenge, failed, and we're just back down here at the 50. Could we get a bounce from it? See, that's the only thing is like to me, I'm like, that's the only level of confidence I really have is that we could get a bounce from the 50 moving average here. But we actually broke below it, and now we're just trying to actually get above it, and we're having a hard time, right? So
Mhm.
I'm kind of thinking, yeah, I'm just gonna watch closely. Like this could be it. This could be our tops. The price here on a daily could just challenge. I think this is the 13, 15 moving average here. And then bounce down. I mean, we're just right now. We're getting a rejection off of this. Like, was it 9 moving average? I gotta get my movie. I could never remember, dude. I'm horrible. I'm just like 5 and 13, 5 and 13. Um, yeah, so it's kind of, I'm not. It's just like, again, I was hoping that we could get these higher prices before we got down. It's just looking like we might not have that oomph before we kind of just start making our way down here. But this makes sense for us to, I think, right, to move away from the 50 MA, come back, consolidate, hang out before we get a rejection back down. 50 MA is still very far under the 200 moving average, so still very bearish. So, during these times, I would bet that number goes down than up. Now, with these trend lines, there's something on Bitcoin I wanted to point out. I mentioned this on Twitter because just depending on where you're drawing your trend lines, and this is why trend lines are good, but they're also a farce, right? It's
Whoa,
kind of
buddy.
delusional. They are, dude. The trend lines
buddy.
are delusional.
Whoa.
But sometimes we all need a little delusion in our life. All right.
How dare you attack the trend lines like that?
Oh, I don't care. I don't care about your feelings, bro. All right. So
Care about your trend lines.
Damn. So as you can see, we could draw two different trend lines here. We can draw two different trend lines. All right. And basically, yeah, depending on who you are and you're looking at this, like yesterday, I saw these two respectable traders on YouTube, or I'm sorry, on Twitter, both posted up two different scenarios on Bitcoin. They look just like this. One guy was saying, look, we broke the trend. Now what? I'm waiting for this, and then we're going to come down like this, right? Just like I was saying, challenge the trend and then get rejection. That's what he was basically mapping out. He's saying we've already broke the trend. We're done for. We're just waiting for the clean rejection, and then we're done. The other trader B, said, hey, we are in this trend. Will this trend hold? Will it hold? Supposedly, we're still in it. We're not out of the game yet. We're still in the trend. So just depending on when you draw these magic lines, you're thinking that the trend's done or the trend's staying in it. It just depends on how
Are you accusing
see
them
the
of
world.
pseudoscience?
No, everyone, no. I mean, because TA
Just
is
trying to stir the
science,
pot.
dude. TA,
Oh.
see, like the thing
Oh boy.
with TA is that there isn't.
Just kidding.
There's not like wrong or right ways to do things in TA.
True.
The thing is just whether or not you do your thing and you
If it
stick
works
with
out for
your
you.
thing, and that's it. Like this one guy's way, this is his way. This is what he does. He says, we broke the trend. I'm waiting for the rejection down. Yada yada yada. This guy probably has a lot more hopium, right? He's a lot more bullish. He's a lot more. He might be more of a hodler or something. I don't know. But I'm not. Anyways, it just depends on how you're looking at it and whatnot. Me, I just go with moving averages, support and resistances, and what is our handy dandy kimono wave doing down here? On the daily here, we're getting VWAP curving up. How's that money flow looking? Money. See, when you see VWAP coming up and the wave starting to curve up, but you see that money flow wave just getting thicker, like to me, that says, okay, we can get pump, but it's like a scam pump. It's a scam pump. It's just a pump. Get rid of a quick dump afterwards. That kind of thing. Now this is daily, so it does look like, hey, we could be actually getting, right, we're getting some upward trending movement here, but this could be just the start, guys, of what I call a tidal wave, kind of like this. This is what I call a tidal wave on the kimono wave, where you just get these dots, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, but right, you just get like just tons of, and really all it's doing is doing one thing, and that's tanking. That's all it's doing. It's just tanking. So this could be the start of the next tidal wave as we kind of just go and just start getting hammered here while we get some lower lows. That's what I'm looking for here on this massive, right? So I have this is on this daily chart. I had this volume, fixed volume range pulled for just this little range that we've had at this bottom. And as you can see, yeah, there's point there. Here's a node to take note of. Here's another node to take a note of. Could probably maybe even put a couple there. And then of course the point of control here, right? It's just the price, right? And anyways, we have our volume low, volume high. All right. And really you'd expect price to kind of hang out in this range. And right now, I mean, all price is at right now is at the point of control. So what can we expect? Well, a bounce up. See, this is where some confluence happens, where we're like, hey, we're in this range, bounce up. Maybe we don't actually challenge that. Maybe we just hit resistance up here. Maybe we hit resistance up here before we start coming down. That all could still happen. Not, I don't know, man. I'm pretty pessimistic when I'm looking at it because I'm like, I don't think it's gonna do it. I don't think so. Why? Because these moving averages are, we basically had a fake out on the moving averages. Moving averages came up and then it came crashing back down below the 50 moving average pretty quick, right? It's not like, we really needed that bounce, right? We needed to bust through the 50 EMA and bounce off of it. And for me to really feel hopeful about this. So really, since we are such in a bear still, I'm expecting a rejection if we even get a challenge up there, if we do. So, I mean, because really, looking at this, if you're just looking at this as a range, well, what do? I see, okay, here's the top of the range. Clearly hit the top of the range. We broke down back into it. What would be the next step? The bottom. Getting to the bottom of the range. That would be the next step. So I would. So again, I'm not like super. My best optimism I have for you, my hopium, is that we get up there and we challenge the trend and we get a rejection down. Maybe that other trader's right and we're still in the trend and we're just gonna keep moving up. Maybe. So yeah, it's really depending on where you're drawing those levels. The trend's still your friend or the trend's not your friend. That's up for you to decide. Me, I mean, I'm more in the macro trend mindset, and we are still going down. Because one thing you can do on this right now, actually. Here, I'm gonna do a little fib trick. Let's do a fib trick.
Oh boy,
we're gonna do a trick with the fib. Trick.
I'm not sure if I should be excited or scared.
Both.
Great.
All right. So with the fib, right, and I have this on its natural setting, so when I pull it, it looks like you guys. I kind of feel like with my customized one, it kind of looked like scam because it just didn't look like everyone else's when they pull fibs. So here, all right. So we got our fib. Most important levels that I'm looking at: 0.382, 0.5, 0.618, and right under here is where the golden pocket is. Right here, that's the golden pocket. All right, right underneath the 618. And then you have your 786, which I like too, because it's kind of like your more exaggerated level. I mean, on this fib, we're holding strong here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what does this say really about this? Not too much, but so I just pulled it, right? So if we're in, well, hold on, I'm gonna get to my second fib. Hold on. So I'm counting as a trend moving up, right? The trend is moving up. We're getting higher lows and higher highs. All right, trend is moving up. So I pulled from the low to the high. Gets us this giant fib. Now, what you can do is take another fib and go, okay, we went from the high to the low. Now let's go here. All right. And what does this do? Well, what this does is say, okay, well, we're still, if you're a believer that we're still in a trend, right? You'd be doing this. If you're a believer we're still in a trend, this is how you would kind of look at it. You're like, we're at the bottom of the trend. I'm going long here, right? You are at the bottom of the trend. If you believe the trend has a broken, that means that when you pull this down, these are your take profit levels. All right. These are the levels that you're looking at. And then you're looking at confluence. Like, okay, look, we have these two fib levels meeting up with each other. These guys are really close. This would be a zone of take profit. And you could just keep going up if you're that bullish, right? And so this is the way to and likewise. So if you're you go down to the lower time frames and say, oh no, we're in a downtrend. Pull that sucker down. Oh, now we're going up. Pull that up. You know what? Let's just do that real quick. All right. Now so I just did an example. If we're still in a trend and we're bullish. Okay. If you're that mindset, there's your fib level for you. There's your take profit levels. All of that. Now let's go down to like the 4 hour and let's check this out. All right. So 4 hour. You might not want to. Anyways, I'll take it from here. You could take it from a different point, like where you saw like the last high, like you know what I mean. But I'm just doing it from the high to the low.
Yeah.
For sake of Jesus, it's not wrong. You know, you could do it this way. It's not. That's the thing with fibs is it's different. But anyways, as you can see, since we're going downtrend, I got from the top to the bottom. All right, now we're like picking up. Now we got this little uptrend. I'm going to call that, if you could call it that. Right, and now I'm going to go from the bottom here to the high here. And now I'm like, okay, I'm looking for my shorts. Right? I drop my shorts. Now I'm looking for them. And, you see here, okay, yeah, this is the top where you'd like to probably be your optimum entry, probably up here, right? Maybe, there's confluence maybe if the 50 EMA gets down over here in this zone, that you might be trying to hit those marks before you get your short filled. But nonetheless, here you go. You got these levels that you are looking to take profits in from your short. If you're using the fib levels. So basically you're taking the trend, right? And then you're pulling your fib on the trend and then the trace back, right? The retrace, right? This is the retrace. That's where you pull the other fib and then you have your then you can find your entry prices and your take profit levels as we come down from this short. And it's like, right, this short, right, this is such a weak this is such a weak retrace right now. It's hard because it's like it's not giving you a lot of take profits here because it's really weak. It's a weak retrace, guys.
Not a lot of energy in the market right now.
Yeah. So anyways, those are some tricks.
Wake up, market. Wake up.
Let's check out. Yeah, see, I'm thinking the price is gonna want to hang out with the 50 MA for a sec. So it's either gonna want to come up, challenge it. See, and then get rejected, or just kind of hang out in this range. Wait for the 50 MA to come to it. Either way, 50 MA below 200, bearish. Big winners today so far. Ape is up. What in the hell happened to Ape?
Whoa!
Ape just wanted to challenge the 50 moving average on the 4 hour and get rejected. That's all it wanted to do. Nice. That's it. That's our only winner today.
Wow.
Slow clap for Ape.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on with ApeCoin.
Way to go. Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know what's
Mm,
happening, Abe. But
looks like there's some proposals. I don't know. Yeah,
big
interesting.
losers. Everyone's hanging around between 1% and 2%. It looks like no like major losers today so far. So we'll see. We'll see how the day comes, how the day proceeds. But again, you know, like looking at Bitcoin's daily. I mean, see, this candle to me has done its job. Now it's like, what are you gonna do now, buddy? What are you gonna do now? You claimed the highs and the lows of yesterday, or when I say high and low, I mean open close of yesterday's candle. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now, buddy? So let's see what happens here. Because I'm not. We're just this range is just killing me. Because I'm like I haven't been trading. I haven't been trading much because this range it's been in this range, and
Yeah.
I do like trading ranges. This has been such a slow range.
It's
Like
gotta
it's
be a
not
good
like
range.
you're not getting quick candles up and down to the tops and bottoms. It's kind of just like taking forever, and
Slowly.
I just haven't been at the charts when it's at the top or the bottom right away, and
Mhm.
I've missed most of my entries
Hmm.
that I would have liked. So that's why this range kind of sucks for me. It's just not the timing wise that this range is working out hasn't been in my favor. But right now, I do like me complaining, I'm not around when it's at the top and bottom. We are at the top of the range pretty much here. So I should quit my bitch and put an order in is what I should do. But yeah, I mean, I to me, I'm gonna see if we can get higher highs on this one. What is like 1 hour doing? 1 hour says, hey, let's get higher highs. But see, we're really just struggling with just getting past the daily open. It's like market makers like, no, you are closing in a red today. You're not going to get past this. But you know, trends starting to turn green. Like I think we could bust through this daily open here. And maybe US traders can get us over this hump and get some higher highs. But as you can see, it's a struggle, guys. It's a struggle. We cannot get past this level. Like this is so hard for.
Be nice if we could. Yeah, that would be a
I
nice
mean,
level to get past.
Wicked up here once, came up here, failed. Came up here yesterday, failed.
Yeah,
So we'll see. And
do or
yeah, see
die.
yesterday's high. Let's see if we can get up there. Maybe because again, if you look at the daily, see, I'm almost like I would almost go long just anticipating that maybe we get a candle that closes high just because we've already claimed the bottom of this candle, claim the top. Let's close above it. You know what I mean? Gosh, this is gross, dude. It's gross. You know, when you look at a chart and it makes you feel all like moist and sticky. That's what this chart makes me feel like.
Moist and sticky. Like just like you just got off the plane in Florida or something, or
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you're just like, this kind of feels gross. Feels gross. That's how
the
it
dew
feels.
point. It's all about the dew point. Yeah. Well.
Yeah. So like right now, a part of me is like, ooh, daily makes me want to go long. But at the same time, like, bro, you're at the top of the fucking range. You should be looking for shorts. And yeah, 4 hours still red money flow.
Yeah, lots of short energy.
You bet your ass I'm gonna be looking for shorts, man. Yeah, let's see if I get a short on 1 hour.
Oh boy, there's dick butts invading the chat. Dick butts have arrived. Welcome, dick butts. Welcome to your safe space. We will never judge your dick. All dicks are welcome. Or your butt.
1D equals 1B.
Let's fire it up. Let's start the liturgy.
It's a prophecy.
Where's that damn techno song? I need to find that Dick Butt techno song. Okay, anyway, sorry, getting distracted.
Yeah, I wanna listen to the Dick Butt techno song.
I bet you do.
You know, I'm gonna change the kimono wave here to just get rid of these dots, and just give me the crosses.
Hey yo, Dick Butt asking you thoughts on mana. Mana real quick.
Yeah, let's check out mana. Hold on, I was just looking.
Be his TA slave.
Where do I get the dots? The
wave cross dots.
Yeah,
there
I'm
you
just
go.
gonna take this off. All right, just kind of makes it a little cleaner. You just kind of see where it crosses and not some dots. All right, let's take a look at mana. Let's pull back. I haven't done charting
Kansas
on
wants
mana.
us to turn this into a egg show live stream where we're just like watching egg shows and just like
The egg girl.
yeah, he wants us to just.
I follow her now
live.
on Twitter. Damn it. I
Yeah,
follow
I
her now. on
assumed.
Twitter.
I was like,
Thanks
I
to
don't know. I'm
Kenza
like,
for
Matt
finding her
obviously
at
went
name.
and hunted this
Well,
chick down.
Well, after Kenza's like her name was
yeah.
in the shower or something like that.
I
Right?
think I
It's
said
like
that
a
actually.
genius name. Like
Yeah.
she's spot on in a name. And then I was like, fine, let me see if this is on Twitter. And sure enough, it's on fucking
Bro, she
Twitter.
knows what she's doing.
Dude, she's way smarter than she
is. Well, and she is full in. She's gone full in. You know, she's not messing around. Like she is sacrificing the body, the mind, and the workspace for her craft.
So it just cracks me up. I saw this video. She's like made a post. She's just like, no one told me the eggshells are sharp. I cut my forehead all open and everything. It's just like so fucking. The chick seems like a mess. She does seem like a hot mess, man. She seems like
I'm sure
a hot mess. But
what can
she's
you
probably killing it on Twitch.
What your office smells like after you've got raw eggs everywhere. And
she posted a picture, right? Okay, so if you guys don't know what we're talking about, there's this Twitch chick, right? She's
why did we let Kansas just do this?
I don't know. She's smashing eggs on her head, right? Live on Twitch, and all these viewers are simping for her pretty good. Anyways, she's dumping food all over herself and everything, and it's just like I would expect, right, when she's doing that, like she has like plastic, you know, like the plastic bags or plastic.
That's what I would have assumed.
Wrapping around or something, and
for easy cleanup. Yeah, Dexter style.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I thought she would Dexter it, bro, and she didn't. It's just, yeah, there you go. Yeah, what in the world
for everyone? This is the aftermath. And I'm still curious what the corn is for, and what's that next to the corn? I'm not really sure, but I'm disturbed by what other things might happen in this place. And this is like a fun little like treasure hunt. Where's Waldo type thing to just look around at what is what is that in that bin there, and what's this Target bag like? Is this whipped cream? Is that like whipped cream, an open thing of whipped, or I mean like cake topping? Is that cake topping?
Dude, I don't know, man. This gives me anxiety looking at this.
I mean,
right
at
now,
least
though.
it's a hardwood floor. I mean, the freaking. Oh yeah.
Anyways, she's
she's got a stream deck.
Hey, we're doing a shout out. I'll add her and say, hey, I'm gonna clip this whole part of the episode out and we're gonna talk about, hey, this is our shout out to
the egg lady.
Wasn't a shout out. We're huge fans. You're in our intermission. Huge fans.
Huge fans. Oh god.
And we're not paying Sims, but we're fans. We appreciate your content, your effort, and 100% support it.
Is that safe to have a like a cord, like an electrical cord like that with all this debris?
Yeah, it's just eggs and Cheerios.
Some kind of outfit? Is this like a costume? Look at
Bro,
this.
I don't know, man.
You're
going too deep into this.
These are hand knit. This is right here. She also must wear costumes.
She should just mint this as an NFT.
Dude, this chick's streams have got to be wild. You got corn, you got fun things, you got costumes. I don't know what's going on there, bro. Yeah, the Costco pack of eggs.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
it
want
was
me to
good.
go to do we have more to Oh yeah, let's look at mana.
Right. That's what we're doing. Right. We're getting distracted here, guys.
To
Talking about
Kansas. The show was going just fine. And then
it was
Kansas
going
showed up.
great, bro. The show, we were on point. We were on, and then we started talking about the E-girl, or yeah, A-girl. That's what she calls
Same.
herself.
I mean,
E-girl, A-girl.
eh,
Anyways, how do I focus after that? Okay, so what are we looking at? Mana daily. Guys, I haven't looked at mana in a really long time, not gonna lie. So this is good. This is a good refresher here. So the weekly, this is all I got for the weekly. It's just going down on the weekly. There is absolutely nothing to really be. I'm gonna do this to the wicks. God dang it. Because yeah, you can make this a nice little wiki. Yeah, let's just do the basic candlestick. So I mean, yeah, this is the trend I'd be looking at. This doesn't look good. This looks like it's about to just freaking take. I mean, look, the weekly you're about on the kimono wave, you're about to get a freaking red dot, man. You're about to get an overbought signal on the weekly. You have you smashed the trend. Okay, smash the trend. You've gotten your dot. I mean, we're looking at a potential
Doom. Don't get too
100. Is that 120%?
Yeah, so I mean that's your potential for sure. I mean, so
I mean, this
and
is
in
weekly,
what
guys. This is
scenario?
weekly, so
Yeah,
we're
of
not going to
course.
end up there tomorrow. This is
Or
weekly,
take
so
weeks. Yeah, but
take that
I'm
into
trying to
account.
think of in what scenario do we get there, and I think what would happen is like if you have an overall market dump again, I think you're
We
going to
will.
have a bunch of these altcoins that really lose a lot more than even Ethereum and Bitcoin will. So, I think it'll be exaggerated moves on some of these altcoins potentially. Potentially. Of
So
course.
here, it's interesting on a daily, right?
I go to the
Daily says a
moon,
different
probably.
story. The
Hmm.
daily does say a little bit of a different story. Not too much different.
It's holding a little bit
Honestly,
of support though, at least
it is.
now.
So like this
Yeah.
level of support, it's holding. What gets me a little bit, like, all I'm seeing here though is on the daily. Okay, trends within trends. Let's draw another trend line. Here's another trend line. All right, so we came up, broke this trend. All the daily is telling me is that we want to challenge the trend line, right? Because a lot of times that's what happens a lot, is that the price breaks a trend, challenges the trend line again, and then breaks back down. I mean, everything on the EMAs is telling me bearish, sell, sell, sell. But we could be seeing like a bounce, and maybe we don't get up there. Maybe we still just hit this before we start really coming down. Kind of what I'm seeing here. Because the daily doesn't look as bad on the kimono, given our trend is now our trend level here, trend line is not green anymore, so that's kind of sad. But VWAP is starting to point up, and we still have a green money flow wave barely. So I could see a move up, a pop, a couple days of some green candles or something coming up here. Right, that's the best hopium I got, honestly. That's the only thing that's looking like the K wave on the daily is the only thing that's looking like we might be able to hang on here. But this looks pretty darn. This looks
Overall
just straight up
bearish.
bad, guys. 4 hour. Let's see what 4 hours doing. I'm going to keep that trend level up. Because again, it's just like basically, if you see like this pattern that we just made right here, this trend, like we're creating an wedge, right? Not necessarily a whip. Sorry, it's a bear. It's a bear. What the hell do they call it?
Draw it. Draw
yeah,
us a bear. I don't see the bear. Draw it.
So you got a circle here. You got his little nose, and then his ears here. Okay, this is a bad bear. But yeah, here you go.
But where's the wait? But isn't that supposed to be on the chart?
It's on the chart right here. So it's just the chart is going around the bear, and then it's gonna come back.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
If you moved
The
it up
bears-
actually a little bit, I think the ears would fit right within those two. Yeah, I think.
Bear. It's looking like a bear. It's looking like a bear. So I mean, again, here on the 4 hour though, I mean, we have a red trend, red money flow wave. Wowzers. VWAP doesn't look so hot. I mean, it's up. Green wave looks decent. Again, I mean, here on the daily or the 4 hour 50 EMA below 200. I'm thinking here, this chart's telling me your best hope is getting price up here to the 50 EMA, maybe to the 200. Here's some confluence, right? Up in this area, some confluence. We got trend level. We got 200 EMA. There's some confluence there, but damn, thanks for showing me mana. I might want to just short this sucker here. So this could be a great short.
Sorry,
I
think that's what you.
I got super excited when I saw. Wait, we could drop 100% from here in a couple
That's
weeks.
what Abdul wanted to hear. I'm sorry, buddy. Sorry, you still got a nice clean dick though, so just
nice
at least
clean.
you got that going for you.
Nice and clean.
You're
Yeah.
a
So
clean
mana's not looking hot because what we're doing is we're just pinching in. Right. What happens with these levels is challenged several times, and you're just asking yourself, why the hell hasn't this broke yet? Well, all it needs is that one more challenge, and we'll probably break. Probably what that's saying here. So yeah, it's not looking good. Not looking good.
Kind of across the board.
I should probably go back to these kind of smaller tokens and really chart them out here because I've really just been focusing on Bitcoin and Ethereum. I should probably go back and because I was when I like a few months ago, I was going ham. I was going ham on a bunch of these different tokens, and now I kind of step back and just focus on two. So I should probably expand my horizons. Because the shit tokens is where it's at, man. It really is. I mean, that's where
the big gains are. If you can play it right, that's definitely where the big gains are. The big guns.
Abdul, what do you mean by all-time chart?
Maybe
mean,
like the
seeing it-
weekly or the monthly.
Like going. See, for me, unfortunately, I have it on Bybit, and Bybit only had it listed in
November. Yeah.
November, it looks like.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see older data to get potential support levels from maybe the past. If there's older data to look at.
Could.
But I don't know if we can do that right
I could try, yeah.
On Binance or something.
Yeah, let's see if they got it. Yeah, here's a much older picture.
Oh, interesting.
So it is hitting
Definitely
a
at
strong
support,
level
yeah.
of support here. That is where it's at. Is
Holy
definitely a
F,
strong
look at
level.
that weekly candle, dude.
Yeah, bro. What was
That's
this? Why?
Absolutely mad. Wow. October.
Well, I just want to say something. If a candle can pop in 1 week, 200. Oh, no. 500%. If a candle can pop 500% in 1 week, a candle can dump that much in 1 week.
Wow, that's such an epic candle. That's one of the most epic candles I've ever seen in my life. Wow.
I know that is pretty epic. I almost want to frame it. That's pretty
this is crypto.
This is crypto. Yes. Welcome to crypto.
Yeah.
Oh man, could you imagine? I see.
I don't know
was
why
not-
traditional traders are so skeptical and afraid of crypto. It doesn't make any sense.
It's not traditional traders. Traditional traders love trading crypto. It's traditional investors that don't like
That's
crypto.
what I meant.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yes.
yeah.
Traditional investors.
Investors don't really like crypto.
Yeah, they're
Traders,
just-
they
like-
love this shit.
They
I
look
love
at that
gas.
candle and they shudder.
But I mean, yeah, just challenge the 50 EMA here and pulled away. That's all happened here. Oh gosh. Oh man, what was I doing? What was I doing in October of 21? That was when we were getting all-time highs though on everything. No, that was like the peak of the bull. This was the peak of the bull right here.
What were we doing? I mean, we were doing crypto stuff. We were just like making bad moves every turn. That must, obviously we didn't have mana.
I wasn't.
I
Even
would have
looking at
remembered a
mana.
500% pump if I would remember
Yeah,
that.
I was not trading mana. No, I was we were into botting. We were just doing bots. So we were like, but the bots were only doing spot and there was no short. Anyways, we were kind of doing that shit.
Okay.
Anyway,
let's put a nail
it
in that
looks
coffin.
it looks kind of rough, but at the same time, guys, yeah, I don't know. Are we gonna get back? We'll probably, yeah. My question is, is mana gonna get down to like
that wick was Facebook changing
less
the
than
game to meta.
less than 10 cents, bro? Yeah,
maybe. Keep your eye on the charts.
it is. Mana's on my extinction list. I'll just say that it's on my token list that may never come back.
Should have stopped him earlier.
It's on.
Put it on the extinction list. Here we go. I'm sorry.
The
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Endangered token list. Yeah.
Oh man, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants.
Oh, that wick was Facebook to Meta name change. Oh,
yeah. Interesting.
All right. Well, there you go.
There you go. Okay. We're gonna hit the intermission. Then we'll be back with some NFT related shiz for y'all. And yeah, so stick around and we'll be right back.
You don't know about Bitcoin? No, tell me. The crypto money. Be on your phone.
Okay.
And we're gonna sweep the floor with the Bitcoin. So better believe it. Better believe it. Bitcoin. Go to the moon. Mark
Not this time. I stay on Earth. Oh. You have the corn dogs?
Perfect.
I know you're making lots of money coin thing. Yes, and I do think you're smart. I think you're ever so smart. And I know you're providing for me, and I love you so much. But you promised today we would go. No, I don't quite remember what you told me the other day because I fell asleep. That's what happens when you talk to me about your cryptos before bed. I don't know what the hash rate is. No, I...
For watching GMTV.
Thank you guys for sticking around, watching, subscribing, liking, all that stuff, sharing it with your BFFs. Let's take a look at what's going on with, I'm a little ahead of myself there, with NFTs today. Top floor pumps, we've got Azuki pumping quite a bit, 0.62. And
Suki got yeah, saw that.
I think what there was a hint of was it merch or something or another collection? I don't remember. There's some kind of rumor.
I just thought they were just getting upset that DeGods was flipping them. But
yes, that's the other thing we got to talk about. And that yes, we're gonna discuss that here in just a second. And on our dumps, we've got Moon Pudgies had a meteoric rise to 1 ETH and then dropped back down to 0.045. So lost almost all its value.
That seems like an inside job, bro. That seems way jacked up. No, 100%.
A little
Moon
weird,
Pudgies
sure.
going up to 1 ETH
crazy. And then back down to 0.05.
Get out of here.
So that is a flash in the pan is what we call that.
Call that an inside job.
Oh yes, you could call it that. You could call it that. We're not
saying
for
just
sure.
calling it what it looks like.
Yes, it looks sus. That's for sure. And yes, DeGods flipped Azuki and Doodles in overall value, which now puts it as one of the top 5. It's like the 5th essentially PFP projects as far as overall value. And actually, as the show was going on, it was continuing to pump. I think it's at an all-time high now. I think DeGods is sitting right around 400. Yeah, I think it got over 400 the floor at one point. So you can see from this chart, it is just on cruise for sure. It's breaking its all-time
So you're
high.
saying
we should have bought
when you said I should have bought. You said we should have bought
when it was 250.
Or when I said when I said I was gonna buy one, and then you made fun of me and said, "Oh, well, it's not too high. I don't know. It did be coming down." I should have just ignored you and bought it.
Well, the first time that I mentioned it is when we should have bought it. Yes, that is when we should have bought it, when it was like 250. And they first started the royalty give back. Yeah, the other crazy thing is when you buy one of these, you get a percentage of the royalties back in dust too, which is not a bad deal at all. And because also dust is on a little bit of a tear as well. Right now it's at 207. So today they're going to be announcing the Uteless mint date.
Okay, you and your hiking as she candles.
Hiking as she. So yeah, they'll be announcing it today, the mint date. And Frank said, please stop asking about your application. It doesn't help. And if you do it on other people's welcome posts, it's a negative. Don't take away from someone else's moment. So that's the other thing we were talking about. Like so many MFers out here just begging to be Ute listed. It's we're calling them Ute chasers. Is our official term for that. Actually, an AI helped us create that term.
Ute chasers.
So we're not gonna tell you the backstory of that, but Ute chasers is our new name for people that are doing that. But yeah, I mean, DeGods and Utes is having its moment for sure, and the real question is what's going to happen at and after the Utes mint. What's going to happen not only with Utes, but what will happen to the DeGods price too? Because I hear that there's going to be a benefit to also holding a DeGod and a Ute together. So I think that's their attempt to try to incentivize people to keep buying DeGods at the same time that Utes is coming out, and to help keep that floor price hopefully up for them. And you got Hello Moon being very bullish out here, saying it's going to 690 next. Of course, you know, this is when everyone starts posting their bullish stuff, when things are pumping. That's when everyone gets super crazy and bullish. That's the DeGods story. So yes, DeGods is having its moment. Yeah, this is one we covered recently, the Soul Swipe, Solana's first ever debit card. This project is, you know, we had questions when that's not it. Not going to promote someone else's podcast. We had questions about the, just, you know, the legitimacy, I guess I should say, of this project, and if we were really, if it was too good to be true was our question.
Yes,
And
that's it. Too good.
so one of the things we pointed out when we looked through the site and the white paper was that we couldn't find anything about the bank partnership or the type of card it would be. Would it be a MasterCard or a Visa? Well, it sounds like we were not the only ones with those types of questions. And they said yesterday in a tweet that due to strict instructions from the bank not to post publicly, we've submitted to Magic Eden the partnership documents, and they have acknowledged. Even though we will not be launching on Magic Eden, we have submitted to further enhance our doxing and KYC we were lacking previously. Well, what's interesting is that Magic Eden responded like in the middle of the night, my time, and said, this is misleading. We have not acknowledged anything. To further clarify, Magic Eden is not anyhow affiliated with this project. So distancing themselves a little bit and saying here, quote, we have submitted to Magic Eden and they have acknowledged. We haven't acknowledged anything, they say. But where is the response? I saw Soul Swipe responded with like some, and now it's not coming up for me. I wonder if they deleted it or if it's, I got to get deeper into this thread maybe. Nope. So Soul Swipe did respond. Maybe it's on this thread. And they said that, yeah, here it is. They were saying their excuse is that Magic Eden acknowledged receiving the documents from them. That's what they're saying that they meant by acknowledged. But I don't know. It was used pretty loosely, the word acknowledged. Now, the thing is, they have this screenshot of like the email they sent to Magic Eden. But then they really should have stopped there, because then they posted these screenshots of their conversation with someone from Magic Eden. And to me, these people seem a little, it makes them seem more suspect than I even thought before, honestly. They seem a little desperate here to really be kind of getting these documents and getting approval from Magic Eden, just saying, sent, please check and acknowledge. The guy said, thank you. And then he said, is the content okay? Good evening, sir. He's like really, being the squeaky wheel. Hi, bro. Any updates? And the guy said, hey, I saw it. And then he said, great. Have you shared it with the rest of the team and done the due diligence checks? This must be the same guy that tweeted at us, because he says DD too. Anyway, I have shared with the team, but we won't be taking you on, unfortunately. And then he says, yep, didn't expect you to take us on, but can we have closure then? And also, can I request for the clause we have violated? We've signed a contract. I think it's fair. I asked for the reason for voiding our contract. 3 days from mint would really help. See, I don't know. There seems to be some more drama going on behind the scenes here. Maybe there weren't any ill intentions toward you and your project dropping you from the launch pad at all, man. Oh, so they dropped this project from the launch pad. Oh, okay. I wasn't aware that Soul Swipe was going to be on the launch pad. So interesting. That is very interesting. So,
dude,
that's your update.
So far, my questions have not been answered, and I'm still sus as fuck. So
yes, I agree. Now they said that they will do private viewings of the document for people that request so in a support ticket on their Discord. And I was thinking maybe we should request to see the bank partnership documents, see for ourselves what it is that they claim to have. But honestly, I'm staying away from this project anyway. It's sus. Yeah, this project is super sus. And, I think the way they communicate here isn't very professional, and just comes off to me a little just weird. I get weird vibes from their.
Well, yeah. And I would like to know why Magic Eden did reject why they pulled them off the launch.
Yeah, it would be interesting to hear more. I mean, all they said here was, we are just clarifying that while we received your documents, we want to remove any potential confusion about any credibility or authenticity attached to it by tagging Magic Eden. We simply want to clarify the project stands on its own 2 feet. All the best. So just trying to, distance themselves.
Well, it's just weird that they go to Magic Eden and try to say, "Hey, please tell us and tell everyone
that we're okay,
this bank agreement and this documents are all legit.
Yeah,
Like
I could
Magic
see
Eden,
where,
like Magic Eden, an NFT marketplace is qualified to do that. Is like
of
that's where
course,
I would love to hear that source of information from. It's an NFT
yeah,
marketplace, right? Get the fuck out of
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Like,
No, right? And it's I mean, I could see how this could be a little bit of a PR issue for the team, of course, getting on the launch pad and then getting taken off the launch pad. Not a great look. But this doesn't seem like the right way to try to save things. And now there, of course, now this is Jammy Boy is he's the co-founder and COO. This guy is the little bulldog on Twitter. He also tweeted at us in regards to our first review of this, saying we hadn't done enough due diligence or whatever. But here he is this morning after Magic Eden's response, saying, at this point, Magic Eden looks like a complete douchebag, bullying Soul Swipe. No project will go to such great lengths for a 300 to 400K rug. Y'all trying too hard after getting a bag from Degen Town. So trying to take a swipe at Magic Eden, saying that, that they don't have any credibility anyway because of the Degen Town rug. But I think that Magic Eden is being extra careful now because of the Degen Town rug, and they want to stay away from any potential problems like this project seems like it could be, especially with the communication, dude. Not good. Calling them douchebags, not a good look.
Yeah, and well, the thing is that it's like what gets me is like just them wanting Magic Eden so bad to just come out and say that, oh yeah, this is all checks out and it's legit. Like that's what gets me. Like that doesn't really make sense to me at all, honestly. Like this is you're a credit card company.
Yeah,
a sole
weird
credit card company. Why are you seeking the judgment of an NFT
of approval
marketplace?
Yeah, from Magic Eden, that you are like that. This was real, right? You guys got to say that we're real.
It seems like to me that they would go to Magic Eden to try to get approval because they're thinking, well, this is just an NFT. Fucking say, what do they know about bank documents? We could easily get an approval from a reputable source, and then all these soul maxis will be all behind us. That's what they're probably thinking. But Magic Eden's not that dumb, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I think that's this tweet by them about, oh, we've submitted our documents. It was all just like to try to save face after getting kicked off the launch pad, it seems like. So I think your gut instinct was right on with this one, Jones. And this is not one I think we want to really. I personally will stay away from. Last little
great name. Great name, great idea. Just
nice website, all kinds of stuff. Obviously has got part of the equation down, but
they are
just
really
doesn't seem like
hard
there's a real
rug.
thing behind there. It seems like it's all smoke and mirrors is how it feels. I can't wait for them to come comment on this video. Yeah, we are just farming these guys for engagement. Like I want them to rage tweet us. Please rage tweet us. Last little thing for NFTs today is the ETH mint is happening today. This is the first ETH launchpad project for Magic Eden. And let's go back to that tweet real quick. They've got 95,000 entries on their whitelist tool. And it looks like the wallets that they've got entered, mostly Ethereum wallets in the whitelist. That makes sense. A handful of Solana wallets. And so it looks like this will probably mint out. I mean, I would think, but
yeah,
the mint is expensive, especially for Solana people. They're trying to do this cross mint thing where you can mint in Solana or ETH. It is still an ETH NFT though.
How much is it?
And for Solana people, it's like 9 SOL, which is, that's high for a Solana mint. So, and I think, let's see, what is the mint price?
Because Solana's for the poor.
What is that in ETH? I'm trying to remember what that comes out to in ETH. I just remember seeing someone saying it was 9. Sol. I'd have to do the math. Let me do the math real quick. So 315-ish USD. So that's probably around like 0.1, 0.15 or something. 0.1 something. It's 0.1 something. So it's still actually a pretty high mint, honestly, even by ETH standards.
In the bear market, 100%. Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see if this sells out. I mean, they've got the Psychedelics Anonymous community.
I was gonna say it's got a giant community behind it, so it has a much better chance. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So we will see how this
When
goes.
is that
It
mint?
looks like today at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this afternoon.
This is one of those ones where it's like I'm not going to be surprised either way. Like if it mints out, not surprised.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, not surprised.
Yeah, it's kind of how I feel. It's got all the numbers. You know, the numbers are there.
All the numbers.
So
but
then
you're like, oh yeah.
But then
bear market, it still sucks.
The enthusiasm and
how much
I don't know,
people?
It'll be interesting.
Because what every time when these mints go down, it's almost like one of those things where it's like. People just kind of all sit out on the sidelines just watching the mint numbers go and waiting to see if it's if it hits a certain threshold that they're like, okay, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna get mine, I think it's gonna mint out, I think I'm gonna get it. And usually that doesn't happen. You don't really get that like final big wave until it's like closer to like 80% or so minted out. And so it's like, I wonder, it'll be interesting.
Well, and it'll be a 4-hour pre-sale window too. So it'll be interesting to see how the pre-sale goes, really, and then the public
if they only get like a small percentage actually minting out in pre-sale, then that could scare away a lot of public mints. They're like, no, not touching it.
For sure. So
that's the thing is like for such an expensive mint, you gotta have someone there to be your exit liquidity. You gotta have someone there that's gonna be buying it for 0.2 ETH. It's just like.
And the utility, I listen to a space.
The utility sucks, bro. It does suck.
I listen to a space and I'm still confused because they're talking about putting NFT or putting NFC chips in clothing and tracking kind of like step-in, right? Doing a step-in type thing, tracking so that you would get paid for wearing the clothes. But it doesn't actually connect back to the NFT in any way. So like holders aren't going to get this merch. They're not getting it. So it's to fund like this project. And then it's kind of weird. Yeah. I'm still kind of confused. I'm like, so they're like, it's like 6 months out. They're testing it at Art Basel and the Art Basel event. And like, but you're not, as a holder, you're not going to get this. So
really? That's stupid. And I just think it's a stupid idea. It's a stupid idea. Honestly, like if they're like, oh yeah, we're in check the movement of clothes or something, I'd be like, I'll just put my t-shirt on my dog all day and have that fucking
some guy on the space was like, I'm gonna get a bunch of these, cut out the NFC chips and spoof my location and all this.
Yeah, like I'm like, I would gain the shit out of that.
Yeah, well, he said like that's what he was doing with Pokemon Go and all this stuff, and he said he's gonna just do the same thing. And I'm like, oh
yeah, I mean,
gosh.
people, there's tons of ways. That's so funny, Pokemon Go. You don't even make money from Pokemon Go. So
people put so much effort into Pokemon Go. It's incredible.
Is that still a thing? It's still a thing. People still play it,
dude. It's still a thing.
That was like
there's
such
still people out there.
Fucking...
I know.
That was so. I just remember always seeing people outside walking, looking for their Pokemon.
I love how our friend had the little thing, the little automatic like button.
Oh yeah, a little button
thing. Just like so you don't have to even look at it. You just automatically. Insane.
Ooh.
The grinders. Okay. Well, I think that does it for us today. Nothing else to cover, so I'm going to waste some time while I go get the music track loaded. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will, of course, be back here, same time, same place. And yeah, GM.
Good morning.